Well, hello there, this is Diamond for Diamond Shine. So guys, I'm excited to see you today. Today on the channel, we're going to be making some red, white, and blue crumble. Yes guys, we're going to be doing some patriotic crumble. But before we get into that, I want to let you know that this entire recipe will be found on my Patreon. The Patreon is $10 a month, and you basically get unlimited access to so many different candle making recipes, skincare recipes, you name it. It's all on there on the $10 level. The $20 level, you get access to replays that we do of the live classes, vendors, special uploads and things like that. It's a lot on that $20 level. You'll just have to see. Almost 100 vendors. So, you know, you'll be blessed. But anyway, guys, I want to let you know that, like I said, everything that we're doing today, like the recipes and stuff like that, it'll be found on there. So if you go in the comments and you ask me what kind of wax, what the percentage is in Patreon. All right, so let's move on. All right, so today we're gonna be doing this crumble. Now, crumble is basically like wax melt. It's a form of a wax melt, but it's like crumbs, and people like it. They call it wax rocks and crumble rocks and other kind of rocks, you know. So people really like it. It does sell really well. You can put it in bigger containers, or you can put it in small containers. Most people use small containers, which you'll probably see in my picture, or I'll probably use a big container depending on how I feel. Well, anyway guys, I'm not going to hold you up. Let's go ahead and have some fun and make this crumble. All right, so first things first, I went ahead and weighed out my wax. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take my wax, put it inside of my Presto pot. So when it comes down to making crumble, you need to make sure that you have, you can use a glass container, you can use a metal sheet pan, whatever you have available, it does not matter. Like right now I'm gonna be using like just some plastic containers that I have, because I have a lot of them. So I'm making 3 colors, so I wanna make sure that I have 3 different containers, and then I want to go ahead and add my fragrance to my wax, so that I can have that already taken care of. All right, so I already got like a few ounces in this bowl, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some color. I just added 1 drop, and I know it's gonna be pretty dark because 1 drop will go a long way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in. Okay, so I added my color to this bowl. I'm just going to sit this wax to the side because it needs to cool down a little bit more before I can even work with it. Now I'm going to go ahead and add more wax and color to this bowl. So I have all 3 of my bowls colored. I just basically just put 1 drop of dye in each bowl, poured the wax into the bowls, as you guys seen. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get me a metal scraper or a spoon. I'm just going to move this around for now because it's solidifying really, really quick. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of move it around. But I'm going to get my metal scraper so I can just kind of scrape the wax off the sides. But as you can see, it solidifies pretty quick once you pour it into a container outside of your Presto pot. Okay, so let me get my scraper so I can do a little bit better at cleaning up the sides. Okay, so what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and just scrape your sides, getting as much wax as you can as possible. Using a spoon is probably a little bit better than the scraper that I'm using. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is using the spoon. So I'm just going to take the red and do the same thing. Take the spatula and just kind of pick it up off the bottom of the bowl. And the only thing I'm gonna do is just kind of take it and scrape it off the bottom of the bowl and get it all together. All right, and here's our white. Go ahead and take our white and just kind of scrape it up. Okay, so when it comes down to this crumble, you just want to go ahead and to get it off the sides of the bowl, just take you a metal spoon and just scrape around.
Okay, and I have to leave this alone until it solidifies a little bit more, because right now it's just a little bit too soft to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way into another bowl and kind of clean it up. I'm just gonna
Okay, so I went ahead and dumped my crumble onto this paper, and I cleaned out my poles pretty good, so you can see that. If you have some leftover wax inside your bowl that you can't get out, all you have to do is just kind of pop it in the microwave and go from there. This is the crumble that I'm waiting on to dry. It's still just a little bit too soft for my liking. So what I'm doing is I'm just pretty much just as it's drying, I'm breaking it up as we go along. So it won't be like really big chunks. It'll kind of be like this crumbs, just because I'm messing with it. But if I was to leave it alone, it would just stay in like big pieces. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of moving it around, messing with it and stuff like that. And as I do that, it is breaking up into those perfect pieces. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, because it's at a nice temperature where I can take it and put it on my parchment paper. Okay guys, so now I have my red, my white, and my blue all separated into 3 piles. I'm gonna leave this sit out for maybe, I would say about 3 hours or so, just to make sure that it dries all the way. Don't package it up right away, because if you package it up right away, then it will stick together and it will be very hard for your customer to get it out of the container, aka the bottle. You definitely don't want to do that, okay? So just let it dry, be patient, come back to it. It will harden up. I know it may feel like, you know, right now it may feel sticky or whatever. That's because it's still warm, so you have to let it completely dry. All right, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back. Okay guys, so I have some containers that I'm going to be packaging them in. They are nice and dry, and when you pick them up, you can still just kind of crumble them apart if you want to make them smaller. It just depends on how you like your crumbles. If you like them small, really small, then you want to just take just like this little metal thing and just kind of go and slice it up a little bit more. Me, I don't like my crumbs to be really small, but like I said, that's just depending on how you like them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put them into this little container. Have some really nice tops that have like a safety seal on it, and this is why I like these so much, because once you close it up, you know, you don't want to open it again to break that seal. So it just really, honestly, it just gives more of a professional look to your product. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these tops on. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some labels on them as well. Okay, and I have some really small, cute labels to put on them. And I will definitely leave the label size in the Patreon as well for you guys. Okay, so this is the finished product, and this is how they look. I will put everything in the Patreon. I will make sure I put the label sizes and things like that. The only thing I'm gonna do on this is make sure that I put a warning label on the back of it, and that's about it. Just making sure people know, like, you know, this is not candy, first of all, and second of all, how you're supposed to use these on a warmer or whatever, you know, not putting water on it and so on and so forth. And I know I sound crazy, but you gotta let people know that. Well, anyway, guys, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you again for the next video. All right.